Monday, Monday. It's the bench. Let's go. Hello, Filipinas! This is the bench, and welcome to our huddle, where we offer a layman's view on anything and everything basketball from a bunch of regular dudes who eat, sleep, and breathe hoops. And I see again today we are a square because we're four. Normally we're only Tetsuluk. My name is Julio.
Triangle
I know
offense.
triangle offense. Now medyo box
Nakailang
in
kape
one
ka
box
today, ha?
box in one. I'm Julio, Dubs Die Hard, and we have Mike.
What's up, guys?
And of course, back for the attack is EJ.
Sup? Hello. Good evening.
And our favorite homie talaga because he looks so Chicano in what he's wearing. Our homies is good on IG. Jay.
Hello from the booties!
Oy,
Nice.
galing ako dyan sa Bunis ng
Ay,
Saturday.
nakapasyal na sa booties si Mike na.
Ay, nako. So wait, it's a Monday. It's what's it? December 6th. Uy, Christmas na behind EJ, from what I see. It's already December.
Set up the
Dubs.
lights. Set up the...
Talaga.
Kulang pa yan. Kulang pa yan.
Kulang
Parang
pa.
dubs. Yellow lights each para dubs Christmas tree na.
Gusto ko nga sana
Pwede na
pero
rin
okay na yan.
electrician.
Okay na yan.
Okay na yung blue. Anyway, wait, let's dive into the standings now. Kasi from what I know, we're gonna have a very, very heated discussion, I think, later. But before we do get into the standings, please do like and follow our page on Facebook, The Bench Live. Follow or subscribe to us on YouTube and share our episodes if you like our faces. Just our faces. That's
Wala
cool.
nang magsusubscribe niyan, bro. Ano ba yan?
Dude naman, don't sell yourself. Don't sell content. Let's go. Hey, I didn't set this up. Sorry. East. Let's go. Pare, it's still parang usual suspects na what's that? On top eh. What do you think?
Medyo.
Mike, ikaw naman.
Ah.
What do you think about the East?
Well, sa wakas, bumaba na si Wizards, di ba? Tagal na yan sa taas eh. Parang it doesn't look right eh. So anyway, yeah, definitely. Yeah, ako, di ba, we all had predicted the Nets and the Bucks to eventually top the East, and it's slowly looking that way. Yung Bulls na lang yung anomaly. Let's see how long they can sustain that.
I'm really, really interested though with the Knicks. I mean, I know I didn't even put the Knicks as a playoff team. I think they'll lose in the play-in, but I'm just interested how you can sign a player like Kemba Walker and decide not to put him in the rotation.
Exactly.
I
know,
don't-
man. That's nuts.
I don't get that, man. Jay, EJ, you guys, what about the East?
Well, I like seeing where Charlotte is. You know, I mean, they're not just exciting; they're also producing decent results.
Right.
Especially Lamelo. Was I right that Lamelo didn't play earlier?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's under
COVID protocols.
COVID protocols.
Right. So
A bunch
I
of them
mean,
actually.
Four
Rozier also.
players.
Bridges, both Bridges, and I'm happy for him. Oubre played really well earlier. I mean, he would have been great for whatever, but you know what? I don't hold grudges. I'm
I
not
do.
like that. I'm not.
The other
I'm not
one.
I don't. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. You know. I mean, for all the viewers out there, you know, it's like we love the NBA, and we want all players to prosper.
Okay
No
lang, guwapo
injuries
daw
and
kasi,
all that. So
guwapo.
I like seeing where Charlotte is at, and I hope they keep going. The East is definitely better for it. They were a shitty conference for a very long time in the past maybe 2 or 3 seasons.
Right.
It's looking so much better. It is much better for the league. So I like seeing them up there. You know, and great for MJ. Finally, he has a
Finally.
team worth talking about.
Yep.
Right.
Jay, I'm sure you have something to say also.
I'll go back to the Knicks. Julio mentioned, Kemba being benched. That's just nuts to me, man.
And then
Although-
Andre says that's Thibs.
It is. It is.
Right, right. It's sort of he's just going with the players he's used to playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And just
yeah.
because this is the first time he's working with Kemba, he can't give a former All Star a break.
Weird, no?
It's
You
just
put them
nuts
out of
to
the
yeah,
rotation. It's so weird, but
right, right. It's just nuts to me, man. Philadelphia, Embiid's been playing already, but they're still sort of in a funk. Atlanta surprises me because they're only 12-12. Sure, they're missing a couple of wingmen, but dude, they're loaded with wingmen, so they should be playing better than what they've been doing so far. It was a close game though earlier against Charlotte, EJ's fave Eastern team. I like Charlotte also. I think they're doing really well. Sans Rozier and Sans Lamelo, they still won against the Hawks, man. That's I think the Charlotte Hornets have established that they're gonna be a team to be reckoned with in the East. I practically can guarantee they'll be in the playoffs. Um, the others, they're all like Mike said earlier. We expect Brooklyn to be there, the Bucks to be there, Miami to be there. The Washington Wizards, though, I don't know if I'm gonna be saying that they're gonna be declining way fast. They're still 14-10, man. That's not a bad record to be in, and I really think they'll make the playoffs at least fringe.
okay.
The rest, go.
I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench lang into what all of you guys are saying, because the Toronto Raptors at 11 and 13 have just won two straight, and now they have Pascal
Uh-huh.
Siakam. Where do they figure in this whole Eastern shenanigans playoff standing?
How long have they
What do you
had
think?
Siakam though? Haven't they had him for like 2 weeks already?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Well,
Yeah,
around
but
that. Yeah.
no, but we all know that they can be getting into the groove long of having Pascal in the game, and they beat
Right,
Washington today. That's what is. I mean,
right,
Washington is a
right.
team that the Knicks
Ito,
won't beat.
walang bili.
Yeah, Andre, we Julio and I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Wholehearted. Yeah, yeah, okay. But I'm just wondering about this Toronto. I still can't get Toronto right now. I don't know if what their plan is. Tanking ba sila? Are they gonna ship out Siakam, or are they
they're
gonna go
there
for a
now.
playoff? I don't know.
Yeah,
It confuses me.
right. They're in a very gray area, to be
Yep.
honest.
Parang nasa wait and see sila. They're in a holding parang na
Right,
wait and see ano
right,
Yeah.
na whatever happens, and then if it doesn't work out, then maybe they think about their off season,
Kasi
right.
off season moves.
they have contracts, huh? With Van Fleet and
Yep. Yep.
Siakam. I mean,
They
they're
Yep.
do.
So
okay.
I personally
I'll go.
believe that the Raptors should try a little harder. They already have a really good pick there with them. Scotty Barnes is like a fully formed NBA
Barnes is
player.
awesome.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
You
that's
know,
right,
Agreed,
diba?
EJ.
they shouldn't
And
Yep.
be as they shouldn't be in this position. I think um not the one
no,
they
would you,
shouldn't be. I mean, they are there because they've kind of sucked. But I think if they figure it out, they need to try if maybe different things, try a little harder. I don't know. I mean, like you said, it's wait and see. Pero I mean,
well,
I think they have good pieces, and they
They
shouldn't
do.
be this bad.
No, it's ano lang yan,
Right.
dude. The way I see it, it's medyo this lineup wasn't designed to be like this, diba? Medyo things happen in the off season. Kyle Lowry moved to Miami.
Left.
I
Yeah,
think I think it's them figuring out the proper mix of manpower.
yeah,
So maybe that's the experiment this year, and then in the off season they retool, not
yeah,
necessarily rebuild or tank, but retool,
that's true.
around the good players they already have now.
yeah.
Right, right.
I'm surprised with that 8 to 10th seed. Really, really surprised. I mean, those were top.
Yeah.
Well, 8 and 9 is Boston and Philadelphia top playoff
Mga ano,
teams
yeah,
just recently. Atlanta
yep,
was looking really good last year, and that's definitely a team that should be in a
ECF.
better standing.
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
Cleveland is doing at seventh, honestly,
Yeah.
and
But again,
same with Washington. I mean, it's like good for them, but really surprising.
But
Yep.
again, it's still
Super.
early. So I
Yeah,
mean, if
it is.
Atlanta goes on a 10 game winning streak, it all changes. I think we should go to the
Definitely. I
West
think
now.
some teams are still gonna have to figure things out. I
Yeah.
think some schedules are gonna get a little easier.
Yep.
Some schedules will
Right.
get harder. So
That's
but
true.
yeah,
Let's go
it's
West.
very interesting.
All right.
Super.
Go
Let's go
West.
West. Kasi
Go West.
go West.
Uy.
Call me.
Banda yun
I
ah.
am the king.
Go West.
I was trying to remember one of their songs. Kakantahin ko sana.
Go
Eh.
West.
King of wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Go
Ayun,
West.
no?
There you
Call
go.
Bilis
me.
ni
Go
Julio.
West. Diba?
There
Call
you go.
me.
Si Julio po ang aming in-house Spotify dito eh.
Here's the West, dude. What do you? Let's go. Jay, start us off with the West always. You are
Eh,
our West
so
guy.
nakabawi din si Dubs. Yeah.
Nakabawi si Dubs.
Expect expected teams again, just like in the East, well, not that we expected the Dubs to be leading the entire league at the start of the season, but because we've seen enough games, we expect the Dubs not to be there. Phoenix, we expect to be there because they are a really good team, as shown that game they beat the Dubs. They can compete. Utah, we all know will always be there, but will never really win a playoff series. I'm
So,
surprised with the I'm surprised with the Grizzlies because Ja was actually out for quite
Okay,
uh,
wait.
some time.
Just short. I'll short.
Yeah.
You continue after, but with the Grizzlies, lang, I'll just interject that it's not the
Yeah.
Grizzlies playing well; it's everybody else playing like shit. So there, even though they won first, Clippers, Dallas,
Good
Denver,
point.
they're all doing their own thing, and then
yep.
Memphis is, just there.
Good
Anyway,
point.
continue, Jay.
Point well
Sorry.
taken.
Continue,
Um,
Jay.
After kasi the Grizz, I was gonna say Clippers, Dallas, Denver,
Wow.
LA, Minnesota, Portland. They're all just lumped in tragedy, man. They're all just lumped
It
in
looks
in
like,
awfulness.
the West was so deep before, and now they just
Right?
look.
They
They've
look like shit now,
in a
man.
season suddenly it's like things look okay. But to be honest, okay, it's like what's been happening is people have been sitting because of COVID. There are some injuries that happen. Some players are out for the year. Sad for Denver with MPJ needing to sit out, but it was a good surgery apparently, so good for him. But yeah, that's a big piece that they're missing. So I mean, with MPJ, I
Marley
think
too. Yeah.
Denver should be looking better. Dallas, that's gonna come up later.
That's
I'll
gonna
hold
be.
off.
Yeah.
I'll hold off on that. Clippers, they don't have Kawhi. That's a huge deal. But the fact that they're at fifth, I think, is really
It's surprising. Yeah.
really impressive, right? But that's
Right.
still just
Dude,
500.
that's a fifth
Where
500.
where
Right?
they're at,
That's good.
and
Remember
all
the
of this is
olden
gonna
days?
change.
Yeah, pero
Remember in the
on the
olden
flip side
days?
though, I mean, it's impressive that they're there, but on the flip side, the Spurs are just 2.5 games behind them.
Likod doon nga yan, di ba? I mean,
Parang
focus
that worries
Memphis.
me. Dude, that worries me that the Spurs are 2.5 games behind the Clippers, the Nuggets, and the Lakers. That worries me.
Dude, there was a time before when the West eighth seed would have like fifth would be would be like a little bit over 500 at like
Right.
47 and
Yeah.
35 like
Right.
that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now number 8 seed is right smack 500 and you have these play-in spot if they make Silat entering the playoffs at a sub 500 record. It's like
Right,
it's
right,
kind of
right.
funny, man. It's kind of funny.
This year, kasi you can see, outside of Minnesota, the most promising young players are in the East.
Right.
Yes.
You
Yes,
know,
yes,
in
yes.
in the bottom here, from
Completely
seventh all the
agree. Yeah, man.
way
Which one?
to 11. I mean, sure, the Kings have Halliburton and everything, but I mean, he's good. But wow, they're terrible. I don't know what kind of development he's going to see there. They've really botched the development of several players. Um,
That's
and honestly, the only
essentially
guy I see right now that's insane is Anthony Edwards. I really didn't see that happening last season, and now
you
it's
did. You
Well,
didn't
they're
see it.
crazy.
you should
Yeah,
have. You should
I
have. It's all
know.
because of you.
I know.
EJ.
I kept trashing him all of last season, and suddenly he has a
Tinawag mo ba
career.
naman basura tapos tataka ka pa.
Dude, Anthony Edwards
Na
should
voodoo pala.
he should thank you for his career right now.
Oo.
I just kept trashing him so much of last season, and suddenly the last month he had a career. It was like, okay, I'll shut up now.
Ito na yung
I
But
just wanna
seriously, it's like, who among there? I mean, Luca is Luca, but
Andre talaga
seventh down. I
goes
don't know,
first.
man.
Andre, wag. Wag mong batiin. Wag mong batiin, Andre.
I just wanna add to what EJ was saying about the Kings. Kasi they really had a funk because of the coach who is already gone. So hopefully there might be some changes happening there. Halliburton was awesome last year, but he hasn't really done much this year. I've seen quite a few of the Kings games, and he hasn't really done much this year.
He's kind of the
Nothing
same,
improved, nothing. Yeah, it's kind of the
diba?
Yeah.
same. Not really. Yeah, exactly. Fox has
Well,
sort of declined even from the way
Perhaps
Fox was last
because
year,
of the
diba?
mess they're
yeah.
in.
No, because
Yun na
Halliburton's
nga
comp
eh. So
was
I'll
he was
chalk that
never
up
supposed.
to Luke and hopefully with him being gone, albeit they don't necessarily have a good coach running them now per se. When they do figure things out with regards to who's running the team, maybe we'll finally see the real potential of the Kings because they do it. They have potential.
And I saw. I mean, the other game, they played. Finally, they're playing Bagley. I don't know,
Yep,
Bagley.
Right,
Bagley.
right.
Um,
Yeah.
and he got a decent double
Yun, no?
double.
Jay
I mean,
Zarko.
here's sure. I mean,
Yeah,
Jason
don't
says
trade them to
Bailey
the
should be
Lakers.
traded. Maybe, but honestly, they haven't been treating him right.
Who? Bagley?
Bagley, I don't think they've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
treating
yeah.
him right. They haven't been
Not
developing
at
him well.
all. Yeah,
But
man.
that dude should be
They
better
screwed him
than he
over.
is right now.
Well,
I mean,
I
maybe
have
they should trade him so that another team can make better use of him.
I have a
Right. Give
friend.
him to the Lakers.
Wait, the rumor is that Detroit is interested. The reason why they are playing Bagley now,
Really?
supposed to be the rumor, is that
Yep.
they are
To be
Para,
able
showcasing
to
him. They're
get him some
showcasing him to
value.
Detroit already.
And that's what they should
Right.
do. I mean, they need
yep.
to
Right.
play the
Exactly.
players. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I'm
I
sick
agree
of
that.
of teams sitting players because they don't like them or whatever. Play the guys, man.
Right.
That's
We've been
true.
Right.
saying this whole of last year with Ubre. It's like maybe the fit wasn't enough, but they played him.
That
They played him.
exactly.
They played him. I mean,
They
you see,
kept on
you
saying
got a guy.
bench
Don't sit
Oubre.
him.
No, yeah, that's what Kerr was
Yeah.
saying the whole time.
Oh,
Oubre was starting last
on
year, at least.
EJ's point nga eh, just to reiterate, the Knicks are sitting Kemba out. What the
I
hell,
know,
dude?
I know. Out of
Buang,
rotation.
buang.
Just 2 years ago, he was an all-star. So what the hell are they
Right,
doing?
right.
Free
Free
Simmons.
Simmons.
I would
I'm not
like
a
that
fan,
for
but yeah, I
fantasy.
agree. Free Simmons, sure. I'm not a
Diba?
fan, but I agree.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
man. It's just wild to me.
So there. Hey, you know what? I think it's about time because we're
Yep.
gonna have a lot of
Pwede.
big
Pwede,
I'm
discussion.
excited
pwede.
for this.
Yeah, let's
Pwede,
go. Let's
pwede.
go.
Walk
I'm
out.
gonna I'm
Walk
gonna
out.
I'm gonna load.
Okay, I'll introduce what we're gonna be doing while you load. So we're gonna be going to our huddle now, and our huddle. What's our title? I forgot our title.
Lukan or LUKAn't?
Look
Luke
at
can or Luke can't. We're gonna be discussing what happened to Luka Magic. I mean, Luka Magic was on a big high 2 years ago, and as we see it right now, he is struggling this year after 18 games. Uh, is the Magic still there? Will the Magic come back? Or was it, again, another case of the NBA pre hyping someone a little bit too early? And that's what we're going to discuss right now on
right.
our huddle. So, Jay,
Can I
you
go?
brought.
Or
Oh,
Jay?
go,
Okay,
go.
okay.
No, well, Jay kasi brought this
No,
up.
go
Eh,
ahead,
so,
DJ. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I just
okay,
have
okay,
an
go.
initial thought that you may not have discussed. Every time the Olympics happens, and especially for a player like Luka, who had to carry his team because obviously he had to,
hmm hmm
that puts a lot of fatigue and stress on a player, and I don't think he had enough rest versus other seasons. I see he is actually in more game shape, but that also comes with a lot of fatigue. like I said, he had to play, he had to carry a team throughout the Olympics and got them to pretty far. I didn't,
Yep.
even with Luka, I didn't see them going, his country going that far.
Correct.
And I'm happy that he was able to do that, but that will also result in a little bit of time during the start of the season where maybe he's gonna have to set out a few games. Maybe he's playing a little bit hurt. They all do, diba? There are things na hindi considered as injury worth sitting
Phys-
out, but he might be
yeah.
playing a little bit hurt.
Physically
So
hurt because Ben Simmons emotionally hurt. So there's just
exactly,
okay, okay.
and yeah, the hype isn't. Well, the hype may not be um, as strong, but he's still playing really well. I mean, you guys are gonna show some numbers later, and I'm gonna have some commentary about that. But it's okay. I think that the hype is not there as much. He is in the beginning of his fourth season, and while people are complaining they're not where they want Dallas to be, honestly, he is carrying that team again. How many seasons is that gonna happen before they actually provide him with a really proper supporting cast,
I'll
right?
get to that point also later with your supporting cast.
I mean, a player can only, as good as a player is, it will get frustrating, and that does affect gameplay. I don't think Luka Magic is gone, but I think Dallas is also finding ways to protect their investment, right? If they don't
Correct.
have a team that can, they don't have a team that can win and go all the way, then I think there's a whole lot of adjustments that's going on behind the scenes that we don't exactly know about, right? I'm not all that worried about Luca. It's just, you know this just may not be the season for
To be
Dallas
jolly.
in general, right? It may
Oh,
not be the
yeah,
season to be jolly
that's
for
that's a great point.
Dallas, and it's sad. It's like for Dallas fans, they want to see more, right? But I don't think there should be any worry as to the quality of the player that Luca is. This is a guy that would smoke up hookah. No, not weed. You know,
Okay. It's legal in the
instead
States.
of, there was this comparison that went, this dude, would just, chill before a game, smoking a hookah, and he'll do a triple double, and then Jason Tatum is there, grind culture and everything, and where's Tatum at right now? Luka's still better than him. I mean, it's like he's
Yeah.
that kind of a player. The talent is
That's a
all
whole
there. He's
that's a
still
whole
a
different show
phenom.
again.
He's still a total. Yeah, that's a whole different show. We can
Yeah.
talk about that, and I'd be happy to trash on them. Actually, no, maybe I shouldn't. Uh, pero I'm not worried about Luca at all, man. I mean, the magic is there. We see it. We see it in spurts. We see it. I mean, will they hit the playoffs? I don't know. I do think they don't have that team. They don't have that team to go far. That's the
Okay.
problem.
Jay, I'm
Correct.
sure I know you have
I, I
thoughts
I
on
get
this.
I get all of EJ's points. I'm not saying that Luca has lost his magic. What I might be getting into or saying is maybe that magic isn't David Blaine yet. You know what I mean? Maybe that magic hyped up to be, to be that, all that, isn't really all that yet. He's averaging 4.6 turnovers, man. I mean, fine, I can understand you averaging that much turnovers on your second year, maybe even your third. You're on your fourth year already. You've played with the same roster. You should be able to know what's happening, where your players are supposed to be inside the court, right? You already know how they play eh. Nabasa mo na yan eh. Kung cerebral ka na player, like Magic Johnson, like whoever else na cerebral player there, Jordan, LBJ. I'm bringing up lofty names, I know. I'm not saying that he's supposed to be that as good as them yet. But he was hyped to be. He was hyped to be that, all that. You're averaging 60 something percent on the free throw line, which has declined by the way. He was averaging in the 70s when he started up. That's not a good sign, man. I mean, is it is it is it because Dallas is babying him? He's not pushing himself in the gym like Steph Curry does, like Kobe
Interesting.
did. Because I'm comparing him to big names. Because that's what we feel he should be getting at or getting into or eventually will be. Not saying right now, well, fine, it's his fourth year. But these are facts. These are based on stats. You see him naman. You see him play. I understand what EJ was saying. Yeah, he has to carry the team because that team sucks. But it's the same team he's been playing with. It's the same players he's been playing with. Those turnovers should go down at the very least, man. Um, I see Luca hopefully, getting better cerebrally with regards to controlling the game. Less turnovers. Even if fine, I mean, because turnovers is essentially you missing a pass or missing where your player is supposed to be at. These are things you can control it. Whether your teammate sucks or not, because it's up to your teammate whether he makes the shot or not. That becomes an assist if he does. If he does it, at least he gets the ball. Hindi naman yung binato mo yung bola tapos hindi nasalo. Kasi mali yung posisyon ng player or, di ba? Anyway, go back to that. I want to hear Julio and Mike's opinion on it first. I don't want to rant. It's a discussion. You guys go ahead.
You wanna you go you Mike? Because I'm just gonna
All
pull
right.
out numbers.
Ako, okay. That's a great point that EJ brought up kanina, no, about the Olympics. I never thought of that actually. Actually, more than the physical fatigue, I think is the mental fatigue of
Hmm.
that run in the Olympics. And may umay factor din to with the players if they don't get their summers, a good summer's rest. And if it's just basketball for the last more than what, a year, 12 months for Luca, then there will be that decline, especially mentally, where you're not in it. With ano naman, with what do you call this? I think si Luca with the expectations kasi, I think he was a victim also of his own success in the first couple of years.
Overhyped.
There've been a lot of athletes, not just basketball, where they break into the scene, and then they do really well, and the expectations go higher than what it should be in comparison to their talent level or whatever, the trajectory of their careers, no, and their development. And I think Luca was a victim of the success of his second year. That kasi he entered the league with not with the Zion or the LBJ type expectations. He was drafted third. A lot of the scouts, NBA scouts, didn't believe that he could bring his
Yeah.
Euro game into the NBA,
In fact, they kind of
which
tore him
which
down. He was consensus
they
number one
did.
already, sana. Eh.
Yep, yep, and they did
Yeah.
pa, diba? So there was
Yeah.
not a lot of hype around him during draft day. And then he proved them wrong. And then when he did it in such a spectacular fashion pa na wala talagang from the expectations being here, it was raised through the roof already. And I think a lot of people are expecting too much from Luca at this point at year 4. Kaya kaya we're a lot of people are talking about it, and a lot of people are doubting him or saying na is he a bust or not naman a bust, but is he a
There's
flop
no way naman he's
na
a
na
bust.
parang
There's
'di
no
Has he
ba?
way naman. No one's
plateaued?
saying that.
Has
No
he
one's saying he's a
plateaued
bust.
or have we seen the best of Luca? It's so funny because it's just the fourth year. I was bringing up a point earlier that MJ MJ broke into superstar, well, at least all-star level to superstardom on his sixth year, and he figured it out. He figured shit out in his eighth year. So this is early days for Luca. I'm sure I'm sure he'll break out into superstardom at some point. But figuring it out what I mean by figuring it out is actually winning. That might even take longer, and it usually takes longer for a lot of these mga superstars. Now, ako, okay, just to address lang one of the points that Jay brought up. I think also the turnovers. That's why kanina I wasn't looking too much from on the turnovers. I was looking more on the efficiency, overall efficiency in the numbers of Luka,
Turnovers
which
is
was
part of your efficiency. If you
yeah, yeah, yeah,
keep committing turnovers, teams try
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
bring their turnovers down, dude. That's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
efficiency.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. Why I say that kasi it has to do also with the team around Luka. If it's just Luka
But
and
it's
he's
been the same
surrounded
team.
by
It's
yeah,
that
yeah,
same
I
team.
understand. I understand. What I'm saying lang is if you are the one alpha in that team, a lot of it also is the defense of the other team eh. In the end game, alam mo na sinong babantayan mo in Dallas. So that will force Luka to there will be a lot of nights will be forcing the issue and turning the ball over just because there's not that second threat beside him. And they can easily trap him and force him to turn the ball over and force him to commit errors.
And
So
even someone of Steph's caliber will make a lot of mistakes still when he's the
right,
only focus, like what we saw last season.
exactly. Yep,
And
yep.
he's not that developed yet.
Yes, yes. So yun. And he's ano na, he's very sloppy. He's a sloppy player na to begin with. Now if you put him in a team that he's the only focus, then it's really easy to force him to commit mistakes. And ang high he's a ball dominant player pa like a Westbrook.
Right.
So
Right.
alam mo
That's a
na,
good
it's a
point.
given na talaga na turnovers will come with a player like that. Na they dribble the ball 16 seconds before they pass it. So
Can I just put a comment by
no,
John
ayun.
Nickel?
Ah,
Kilala ni EJ to eh.
oh,
Luca
kilala nga
needs
niya.
to
Yun,
know
oh.
how to Luca
What's
needs
up?
to know how to play with lower usage rate, same minutes, to improve overall team performance. Then his D needs to be better. Lastly, his conditioning,
Agreed.
since he enters every season somewhat out of shape, although it's only his
Yeah,
fourth year. So
diba?
let's see when he
That's what
takes
I was saying
his next
earlier
step.
also.
He is kind of bigger though this year, man. I don't know. I think he joined Jokic with a few donuts up
Dude,
there.
free throws, repetition yan eh,
Yeah,
repetition. It's
I'll
the
get to
same
that
when
number soon. And
shooting
then
threes. I can't
Ethan
understand
also.
how he can shoot threes and then not make his free throws.
I think Ethan means here Luca is a great player. Problem is people expect too much, too fast from him, and comparisons with NBA
That's
legends.
media
True
Yeah,
hype.
also.
dude,
That's
again,
true, Ethan. That's
start
media
of
hype.
year four. Hindi pa nga year four eh.
Yeah.
Hindi pa tapos ang year
Yep.
four. The
Yep.
start of year four. So we don't know what's gonna happen. They could still, end up as a fifth or sixth seed in the playoffs. We don't know.
Ito.
But I mean, good points.
Yeah, no,
Good
good
points
points,
raised so
definitely.
far. I mean, there are definitely negatives.
I will say this. Okay, I'm just gonna come in since you guys pretty much have said a lot of what I would probably say. Also, I'll put the numbers. I mean, let's go flash this thing, Mike. Let's flash this numbers here. It's. I go by the numbers. This is the year that you guys are all talking about. His famous second year breakout, where he averaged
Right,
28.8 points,
right,
almost 10
right.
rebounds, and about almost 9 assists per game. And everyone's like, wow, Luca, he's the next
Yeah.
this, he's the
That was
next
the
that.
year that
He's
overhyped
Yep.
white,
him. Eh.
white LeBron, uh, more athletic Larry Bird, Euro Bird, or whatever they wanted to call it already. And then he hits next year and he dips. He dips to 27.7. And even his shooting numbers, though he did better with 3 points, but his shooting numbers did go down. Percentage wise, his overall numbers go down. And if you see today, this season, he's almost 3 points lower in his average with
Right,
more turnovers. And
right.
also, his free throw has gone
It
really
has its
almost
worth.
to the crapper,
Right,
considering the volume he takes free throws,
right.
whereas you went from 76% to, whoops, I pressed something, to about 67%, 68%.
Hmm.
68% for a shooter like him is not really that
No,
good. So
no.
No.
Yeah,
even
man.
his shooting percentage went down. Now, according to Mikel, he goes about usage rate. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep into analytics, but if you look at his usage rate here, which is usage percentage, he has the same usage rate of about 36.2% per possession. So 1 out of
Hmm.
every 3 possessions, give or take, it's all Luca. But his player efficiency has dropped on his third year,
Yep. Yep.
and his offensive win share, meaning how much of his offense goes into winning, has dropped all the way down to zero point 0.4. Those are huge
Right.
analytics numbers when it comes to
Right.
usage
Yep.
percentage. In other words,
Hmm.
he's being used the same way. He holds the ball
Yeah.
just as much,
Yeah.
but he's
Playing with
not
the
as
same players
effective
also again.
anymore. Yeah, but you see, to me, that can be because of EJ's reason. That yun nga also, he came from the Olympics, and
Thanks,
That's
Bobby.
a nice breaker there, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby. Thanks for that.
Ingat sa kay
dude,
Delonte.
Bobby, you heard that? I think we saw it also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there, that's
man.
all.
Ako actually it's ano eh. It's interesting that when you show the free throw numbers, kasi for me, the free throw numbers are an indicator for me of the work ethic of the player. It's so stupid
Exactly.
now.
That's what I was
It's
trying to
so
say
stupid
kanina.
now how players. That's why I'm actually looking more towards that dip, that big dip in free throw percentage than the turnovers. Is because I don't get players where they shoot 67% from the free throw line and then they can shoot 40 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
don't get
true.
it. That's just a lack of
Right?
repetition from the free throw line.
Yeah. That's
All of
work
your
ethic,
time,
eh, in my
yep.
humble opinion. Yeah,
So
man.
it could be that also. And if to EJ, to what EJ was saying kanina na he smokes the grind culture of Tatum versus Lucas,
So here's the
uh,
thing,
uh,
right? So I'm gonna bring something up, right? So is it really a matter of Luke Kent or Luka lang
Yeah, yeah,
discipline?
you're showing it again,
Inulit,
Mike.
inulit. Di daw nabasa eh.
Hindi ko
So, sabi
Yeah,
ni
yeah,
nabasa.
we had to
Bobby,
show it.
yung
We had to show it
Eurobird
again.
daw
Fine.
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
Okay,
I know.
fine.
sleazy.
Eurobird sounds sleazy. Yes, it does. But no, it's like I don't think it's a
Go ahead,
you know I don't,
EJ.
I don't think it's a matter of Lou can't, diba? I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
No,
the
we all
magic
agree Luke can.
the magic is there.
Yep.
He's a good player, but there's a certain point that these guys, it's like they're gonna have to level up. Fourth year, it's a little too early.
Right.
It's like there's a point where LeBron figured out how to do different things a
Right.
little
Right.
later
Right.
on.
Right.
Luca
Right.
being the same player, maybe learning a few different moves. Yet teams have caught on to a few things that he does, considering
Mm-hmm.
that there's no clear. You want to say, yeah, sure, KP is the number two, but it's
Right.
not that clear. I have to say that teams are a little on to Luca a little bit more, right? So that makes things
Right.
very hard. I have no
Right.
excuse for
Right.
the
Right.
free throws. He should be better. He should be
I have
better
a
at
que-
the free throws.
Yeah.
I have a question
Agreed.
though. I have a question about Dallas though, because my gripe more would probably be more about front office and management. I really think that after that second year, didn't they still have Seth Curry
Yeah.
and a bunch of ball
Yeah.
They
handlers?
did. Yeah, they
Mm.
I
did.
really feel, huh, I could be wrong. They
I
cleared out the way too much for Luca to be the main ball handler. I thought that he could have been as versatile as ball handler slash big guy slash. They could have used him in so many ways, and they made him the main point man a la LeBron type in Cleveland. So, and I don't know if that was better or not better. And I think so they got the shooters like Richardson and all that. It hasn't really panned out because here's
he's
another
not
question to
even
add
there
on to
anymore.
that.
Richardson's Boston
Yeah,
now.
it's wala na. But so here's my next question: does Luca make Dallas? Huh? We see it with Slovenia. Does Luca make his teammates better in the NBA? Huh? As
That's
where
a
you see
very
Steve,
good question. That's a very good question.
where you see LeBron did it in Cleveland. If I mean, we were
Yeah.
talking about the LeBron comparison before.
With
LeBron, even at a
with
young
even a
age,
worse team. Yeah, yeah.
he was bringing up people like Booby
Right.
Gibson
Yeah,
and
man.
all this,
Yeah.
Let me
and then
Tristan
you have
Thompson.
not
Yeah.
compare, and then
That's a
Steve
very
Nash had
good point. Yeah.
Quentin, Leandro, and all that. I don't see that from Luca in his rapport with even with KP, who's European, and I
Yeah.
don't see
Right.
it
dude, let,
creating
Right.
let me Julio,
chemistry.
let me attach another question to your question.
Okay, it's a chain link
Does
question.
does does okay, you're saying that can Luka make his teammates better? Ito na lang. Is Lucas game similar to Westbrook's? Na it's so alanganin. They're good on paper. But it's so alanganin in terms of
Wow.
you know You know,
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
diba? Kasi it's
Wow.
kind of the same eh.
Triple
The
double, ano?
both
Oh,
ball,
pareho.
dominant, ang lakas
Ball dominant,
sa
right?
stats, but then you don't really see the stats translating to,
Win.
success.
Yeah.
Kasi those numbers should translate to success eh, at some, in some way. I mean, we've
Right.
seen Dallas become successful in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They gave the
Mm-hmm.
Clippers a run for their money in that series, 'di ba? Pero
Yeah.
it's very similar to Westbrook. Na he pushes it to that point,
Right.
and then it
Right.
just he just can't get it over the top.
Well,
Right.
but yun na nga,
Very
it's
good
still the
point.
fourth. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's still the fourth year, huh? Because you know naman how I feel about
Well, yeah,
Westbrook.
yeah, yeah.
So
He's a much better shooter. Can we just get that out of the way?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
No,
naman.
that's
Yeah.
definitely.
For sure.
Not in the free
For
throw
sure.
lane. Not in the
Ah.
free throw lane.
Yeah, sure. Pero come on.
No, but I am on that nga. If you bring that, I would like to see na lang. You know how, for example, Magic always, you could tell that someone like Byron Scott was so much better because Magic was there. You could tell even like, I mean, you go through the grades. I don't think McHale would have been
Yes.
McHale without a bird.
Yes.
Also, you know what I
Right.
mean.
Yeah. Even Tyrese.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would
I
like to
would.
see a player at least with Dallas who has grown with Luca. Like, oh, he's Luca's running mate now in Dallas, and
One guy,
who so
Brunson.
far?
Who the hell is Brunson? Last year he was nothing. This season, been playing a whole lot better. A
Well,
whole
I
lot of
don't know
other
if
guys
that's.
though.
I don't know if
I'd
that's
argue it's
No,
like
no,
he's
directly.
been
no.
playing with other
Yeah, but
players for a while, and
EJ, I don't
they're
know.
just not great. They're not, I mean, KP should be better. Even with Luca not, you know, the dude should be better than he is. You know, um,
Sorry,
Luca
I'm
kind
not
of looks
laughing
like
at you,
Billy
EJ.
Corgan.
Yeah.
Does
Blonde
he?
hair. I don't know.
Parang
This is
Larry
Corgan
Bird
is
nga,
ugly,
Billy
man.
Organ, ay Corgan.
Pogi
Ouch.
Luca.
Well, the world naman is a vampire.
No, but
No,
I
but
just I just don't believe he has a good. There are a lot of players in that team are just aren't great. He doesn't have a good number two. I mean, I think KP at this point is a good number
Yeah,
three. I think
and that's
he needs his Robin, at some point. But he's also really, I mean, fourth year, all of these things. I think his skill set is catching up to him. Sure, he needs a lot more time on the free throws. That will help a lot. Come on, man, you can't be shooting. I mean,
yeah, he gets fouled.
if that continues, it'll be a major point for me as well. I'm not gonna let go of that. LeBron, for the longest time, Wade for the longest time, their free throws suck. It's why I hated them in the Heat. Their free throws were so bad. There's no excuse. You guys are some of the best players in
Yeah,
the game, and you shoot so much better from
right,
everywhere else. But free
right,
throws,
right.
come on, man, you lose games because of how bad you
Yeah,
are in the free throws, and so
yeah,
he needs to get better there. But there is time. So I mean, that's not something I'm gonna worry about. Is the Magic? And hell no. He's a great player. It's like I just saw him. Well, not just, but a couple of weeks ago. I mean, two guys were on him, and he nailed a game winner.
against
Right?
Boston.
The, that
That was
was
against
great.
Boston, right? Yeah, yeah.
If that was Boston, that was great. I totally forgot. Boston's forgettable to me. Um, you know, yeah. Celtics, come at me. Um, and he has that. Does he have anyone else to pass to really that he's comfortable? I think he's tired. I mean, it's like Mike said, umay na, dude. He had to play the play. He had to play
Yeah.
the Olympics. He didn't have
Mm.
enough rest. It's like he needed to play Fortnite a little bit more during the off season. you
I'm
know,
I'm just saying also is I think that well right now they also got Jason Kidd who's a little bit for me a problem also being a coach, and I think it's okay. I'll just say it now. I think Cuban was a little bit starstruck when he actually hit gold with Luca. That all of a sudden he's like all giddy, and he's not exactly sure how he wants to run his front office around Luca because I mean they fired Donnie Nelson, they got rid of Carlisle, and here it's Jason Kidd, and I think even Cuban, who's very very active in the basketball front office, there is kind of like, how do I play with my toy? How do I play with my new shiny object? And it's not exactly I don't see them as up and coming, even as
that
let's say
sounds so
Memphis
phallic.
and Ja. Diba? Diba? How does anyway? Na Shark Tank today, but yeah, I also agree with the fact that it's really really early. It's only his fourth season, but yun nga, there has been a slight luster decrease in the
So for
shine.
you, Julio. So for you, can
Let's
Lucan
kind
or
of, yeah.
Lucan?
Let's
Yeah.
one
Okay.
last word from everyone.
Me, I still think I've always loved Luca. I hope the front office of Dallas does him justice, and I still think Lou can.
Okay.
Okay.
Jay,
I yeah.
I still think Luke can, but he's gotta put in the work, man. He's gotta put in the work. Um, EJ mentioned Brunson being better. I don't think it's a direct link to Luca making him better. I think the guy is just playing better. I want to see that. Mike made a really good point. I want to see that. I want to see him make his teammates better. I want to see a little more giggle from him. Put in the work, and we should see that magic, rise up in luster. And I still, I'm a fan, huh? I'm a fan, and I want that's why I'm on him because I want to see him do better because I know he can.
Lou fan. Go, EJ.
Go ahead, man.
I'm still firmly on the side of Lucan. There are some obvious problems, and you guys pointed them out very well. I'm not even gonna argue. His free throws, they fucking suck. Um, and his teammates, sure. I mean, it's a matter. Is that his responsibility also to make his teammates better if they can't? I mean, I know he's great at playmaking. He's great at passing and finding them, but they also have to make the shots. It's like that's their responsibility. And I'm still on the side that it's more a team building problem. A
Right.
development of certain players, and them shirking on their own responsibilities rather than putting it all on Luca, right? The stats show that there is a dip this year, but I really think it's because of all of these other things already, weighing him down. At a
And
certain point,
it's only 18 games also.
yeah, you know. So it's baka I just the team just needs to wake up. For all we know, 40 games from now, it's a different story.
That's
So,
true.
but Lucan, for
Lou
sure.
can. Liu Kang. Anyway, go, Mike.
Luke. Okay. So ako, you guys know, diba, na Dallas is my mistress team. I mean, if Pop retires
Wow,
and I
twist
become
ka.
I become a free agent fan, Dallas is still top of my list. But so
Lahat ano,
that
Texas.
said,
Wow.
that
Okay.
said, Jay
Mike's a
wanted to
cowboy.
compare Luca to LeBron earlier. And okay, let me go one further. I'll compare Dallas to the Cavs when LeBron was starting. LeBron was so good around crappy players, and it took the
Mhm.
Cavs a trip to for it took the Cavs LeBron going to Miami and back to them for them to figure it out and surround him with actual with a good
Well,
support
no, wait.
system.
He did take the Cavs to the finals. Yes, he
Yeah,
lost to
yeah,
your
yeah,
Spurs, but he was
yeah.
able to take that crappy team to the finals.
Right. What I'm saying lang is maybe they're there now. Maybe Dallas is there now where they're figuring things out. They just shook up the front office and the coaching. So maybe it'll take them a while. And when they do, I truly believe. Para lang maiba, you guys are all Lucan. Ako Lou will.
Knox naman.
Lou
All
will.
right.
That's
All
Lou
Atlanta.
will.
right.
Ibang
Lou
Dallas,
player
will,
Dallas
yan.
man.
yan,
Lou will.
Atlanta
Ibang
yan,
player
pare.
Atlanta.
ba? Iba.
Yeah, yeah.
Ibang player. So
He's,
ako, I
he's in
believe.
Atlanta now.
Give him a few more years, Lou
Basta.
will.
Okay, so I think we're still all
That was
hype.
fun, guys.
We gotta cut this short. But I
That
will
was
answer
fun, guys.
Andre that no, Reggie Bullock will always be Bullock. Okay. Uh,
And with that,
with how do I hide this? With that, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who commented. Bobby, Mikael, Andre.
Jay
There was Jay
Psycho, thanks for
Psycho.
watching, you guys.
There was an Enzo. Enzo ba yun? Ethan. There was an Ethan. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone. You like this
thanks a lot.
episode? You like what you hear from our bantering? Please do like and share our episode. Subscribe to YouTube. Like and follow Facebook. And Jay, send us home
And then
because we all
wait.
got
Before
stuck
anything,
yesterday.
pala, we're sorry about the change of schedule today. We'll normally be at 8:30. We just have Jay has something to do
Guys,
after, so we had to go earlier. But on Thursday, we're back to our 8:30 time slot.
Okay.
all right.
and
I
as you
won't
can
take it
see,
longer. We said it first here on!
Wait,
Stop it!
Sarado na ang Christmas
Stop
lights.
it, motherfucker!
So,
Sarado na
Stop it!
Christmas
Uy,
lights.
parang
No, Ben,
sign
okay,
off na.
okay, okay.
Sorry.
Please, guys.